All right, everyone, here we go with the second half of April 2025. I got a pre-shuffle here. Eight of Swords shouldn't surprise you if you've been watching my readings. You know, look, everybody on the everybody front, you, me, where everybody's worried about where we're going. Is that cup going to stop flowing? What's going to happen? Everybody's a little bit worried. There's worry. There's a lot of energy crammed into the end of April. I'm not a time lord. I'm pulling on the end of April. Could bleed into early May. But we know from my second quarter of 2025 reading that May is full of things popping off. It's like a fireworks display of things happening. Whereas April is kind of the setup energy. And we've got this. We've got a little bit of anxiety. We're feeling the change in cycle. We're feeling things changing. And it's making a lot of people nervous. Somebody attached to you is very nervous. They're nervous about their feelings for you. They're nervous that their feelings for you are coming up. They're going to increase. Okay? Somebody getting big wood over you. Somebody getting big cup over you. The cup overflow. Somebody getting really wet. Somebody getting big wood. I don't know how else to phrase it. Somebody's feelings for you are increasing as we move through the month. Okay? And the spying, Page of Pentacles, my biggest card is spying. I don't care about that Page of Swords. Sometimes that's spying energy. This is someone looking at your picture, someone giving you another look, someone figuring out something about you. Figuring out that they give a shit. Figuring out that those feelings mean something. Figuring out that they want that cup to keep flowing. Right? They want the dick chakra to stay pointing to the ceiling. Right? They want the water to keep coming out. They just want it. Somebody wants some new adventures with you. Okay? They're not quite sure how to get it, but I think it's their fondest wish. And that's what they're worried about, though. This creates a feedback loop. The Nine of Cups bookending the Eight of Swords. Crossed by this Ace of Cups. It creates a feedback. I want it. It's my fondest wish. I just figured that out. But have I figured it out too late? I don't know. There's a lot of worry. Worry because, not because of you, not because you might be gone, not because they ran, not because of any, just because their feelings for you are growing. This is an inconvenient thing, an inconvenient energy if somebody's married or in a relationship, I will tell you that. Okay? Your name might get screamed out by accident. Whoops, did I say that? I'm sorry. Who the fuck is Rhonda? Okay, hey, yo. I'm sorry. Is it? You know, it's what some girl from TV. Just blame it on somebody in a movie, and you'll be safe. But anyway, whatever name you yell out, blame it. I saw a movie. It was, you know, whatever. Spying energy is kicking up here. Somebody's feelings are getting deep. Somebody's feelings are flowing, and that's worrying them. Or they might be afraid of it, but it feels more like worry to me than fear. Okay? So as the month progresses, as we move into May, you know, if you watched my Q2 of 2025 reading, second quarter of 2025, you know that May is pop-off month. All kinds of things coming at you. All right? You ain't going to get a break until June. So April was sort of setting up month, and it has been. At least it has been for me. Things have been smoothing out. Things that were choppy in March have smoothed out a little bit in April. If they haven't started for you yet, you're all at different speeds on your timeline. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. It's the second half of April. It could very well play out in the first half of fucking June for some of you, for all I know. But these energies, somebody's definitely, their feelings for you are growing. I got that. Oh, I got that. Okay, whether it's a friend, family member, or a fucking love relationship, the feelings are growing. Somebody wants you in their life. And they're certainly feeling you. Yeah. I'm going to skip the cut cards. I don't know why. I just am. I flow with the energy. I did my intro spiel, right? I don't usually do that till after the cut. Well, here we go. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table, the Knight of Swords. Okay? I mean, this could mean somebody's coming towards you. It's usually communication. It's certainly an incoming energy. What's fueling it? The Six of Wands. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of big wood here. A lot of rods pointing to the sky here. You know, I mean, it is symbolic. There's the heart chakra, the green and the wreath. Somebody's feelings are growing. They're going to need to do something about it. I think that's what they're worried about, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, somebody here, I don't want to. The King of Wands doesn't want to stick their neck out. I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. Let's pull a reading. Right here is the energy around your connection with whoever feelings for you are getting deeper, are growing, flowing more and more. Right here is the 3D energy around this person, what's going on in their life. I suspect if they're married or in a relationship, it's nothing good with your name being screamed out. Better come up with an excuse damn fast. It can also make people annoyed with the people around them. I mean, imagine you were more in love with somebody else that you'd rather be with than the person that you're with. You kind of start picking fights and without even realizing it. It's kind of subconscious, you know. Anyway, we'll see. Right here, their soul is here. It's red with your soul connection, of course. And right here's the message from the universe, hidden energy, red with the energy of your connection. And right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. And you bet your sweet asses, and I know they probably are with somebody's feelings growing deeper, that there's going to be a couple of links for an extended in the description. All right, let's see where we go. And the final outcome is usually red with that. I'll clarify everything like I said. What's the energy around your connection? Queen of Cups. It's the most love I can pull from the deck. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, right? It's the most love I can pull from the deck. I mean, it's the Queen of Cups. The energy. Somebody wants to give the cup. Somebody's feelings for you are growing. What did I say? Rewind. They're going to have to do. Somebody's going to have to say something here. Okay? Even if it's just screaming your name. Rhonda! Oh, God. Okay. All right. Calm down. All right. Let's see where we go. That could be. You could be a guy named Rhonda. I don't know. Anyway, 3D energy around this person. I said it already. I said Knight of Cups. Somebody wants something else. Somebody's, again, trotting around. I mean, they're feeling the love. Somebody wants new love. They want out. If they're in a relationship, they want to go somewhere else. Somebody wants to come toward you. There's something here. There's some kind of, these two are facing opposite directions. This guy's running this way. They're coming right towards you. All right? Their feelings, I say it again, their feelings for you are growing, their feelings for you are growing. Plain and simple. This queen orders this night. Their soul is here. Yeah. It's the Hierophant. Yeah. This is red with this. I mean, this is you're the one. I'm just going to say it again, somebody's feelings for you are growing. I don't think those words express the energy enough. I don't think I'm making my point with those words. I don't think you understand. I know you know what those words mean. But I mean, somebody's becoming, at some point, there's a point where you hit obsession with this. Okay? I mean, if this person's married, they want out of that. They want to come toward you. This person here, you are living in their soul. You are the soul connection. We got a divine connection here without having a high priestess even. This is a high priest. This is very strong. Somebody feels very strongly about it. It's growing as we move through the month. And I think it keeps growing as we move through May. I think it may come to a peak when Saturn changes signs. Or Jupiter, or both. Why am I picking that up? Anyway, we'll see. Hidden energy, message from the universe, red with the Queen of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. Why are the feelings growing? The universe has given us the why. The feelings are growing. All of this is happening because this is a powerful connection that's been ignored for a long time. Somebody ignored the feelings. You can't do that. You can't. Anything that you carpet sweep, any problem, any issue, any love, anything, feelings left unexpressed, words left unsaid, you sweep them under the carpet, they're guaranteed to come back. And usually festering worse than they did before. It's like a wound that you ignore or something like that. It gets worse. You got to treat it. All right, hidden, well, it's red with the hidden energy. I Freudian slipped it. Potential final outcome, red with the Knight of Cups. Yeah. This is them in their life. They want something else. Somebody here is, yeah, I get it. 8 of Cups. The final outcome in this is the 8 of Cups. It's somebody walking towards their 9 Cups. Why is that important? Because 9 Cups was in the pre-shuffle. And I showed it to you. Okay? Somebody's done with whatever it is, they want something else. As their feelings for you grow, it's worrying them. Right? We talked about that in the pre-shuffle, the worry. The 8 of Swords crossed by the Ace of Cups. Because they know what they have to do. It takes a lot to walk away from 8 broken cups. Bravery. Sure, it does. But in this case, the way I read the energy, there's a lot of logistics here. It's like somebody who, if you're in love with somebody who's married to another person. Statistically speaking, they're probably not going to leave the spouse. Not because they don't want to be with you, but because it's a fucking logistical nightmare. There's money involved, there's kids involved, there's lawyers getting involved, all kinds of shit. There's paperwork and this and that. It shows you about how unholy a marriage really is. At the end of the day, it's a fucking legal contract. So, it's tricky. It's tricky for this person. They're worried because they really want it. Okay, this is someone who really wants it. This is something that's been ignored for too long. Okay? All right. I'm going to go with the light seer. Yep. I don't know. They're both calling to me. All right, I'll tell you what. We're going to do something very unique here. I'm going to flow with the energy. The light seer is my main clarifier, but where I deem it necessary, the witches come in. Okay? Why? Because I've got victory at the bottom here, which I like. It fits with the reading, but so does the fucking hangman. As soon as I saw that hangman, I went here. So I think we're going to clarify that with the witches. The rest of it with the light seer. Okay? All right? Here we go. We're getting innovative here now. Oh my God. Look out. All right, Queen of Cups. Well, I'm doing something different. This whole reading's been different. I skipped the cut cards, all kinds of stuff. What does that tell you? Nothing happens here that isn't part of the energy. Somebody else doing something different. This person, oh, Steve, they never leave. They never come toward me. I don't know. Lots of different things happening today. All right. Second half of April. Here we go. Somebody's feelings for you are growing. The dick chakra pointing to they're pitching a tent with the dick chakra. Water flowing out. Let's see where we go here, Queen of Cups. This doesn't feel like a friend or family member to me. It doesn't. Might be. But if it is, it's somebody who really, really adores you and has been hiding it and ignoring it. I mean, doesn't have to be banging or anything. It's just there's so many cups on there, a Hierophant on the table. I mean, it's just... And look at that, look at the giant, rock hard sword there. I mean, come on. What's going on? It's crossed by the Five of Swords. It's worry. Again, just look at the person on the card. Never mind, the cards are just mediums. Never mind what the book says it means. That's a party game. This ain't no fucking party game. Look, he's worried. Why? Because there you are. You're right there. And that's the one they want. That's the one they're feeling. The feelings are growing. Somebody worried. That's the environmental energy. It's worry. It's a false victory. It's bittersweet. These feelings are growing. Because it's an inconvenient thing for somebody. It's inconvenient. They got to walk away from 8 broken cups. That's not that easy. It's easier said than done in most cases. What's on top? 8 of Swords. Worry. What did I say? That's the same 8 of Swords energy we had at the beginning in the pre-shuffle, except the pre-shuffle was with this other deck here, the Rider Waite. 8 of Swords. Look, I don't make this stuff up. The cards are just mediums. I've already read the energy. Look, this person really loves you. I'm not fucking around. And are they going to start spying again? They're going to start looking at your picture in the right energy. You're going to be spank-banked again. You'll start picking up on that. You will. Oh, it's hard to miss this energy. It'll come to you in the night, literally. 8 of Swords, why is it here? Knight of Swords. I love it when our overall energy shows up in the reading, but the card that's the most closely related to the overall energy anyway is this one. And there it is. Knight of Swords. Look, somebody's worried. They want it. I want it so bad, but it poses a problem. Not for you. It's not your fucking problem. This might tie to, I don't know. I don't know what else. This might tie to the soulmate journey reading from the other day. The happy ending one. I mean, it might. I don't know. It would explain why you feel the way you felt in that reading, right? The energy's just as animated, but I'm spot on here. I mean, as spot on as I can be. No such thing as 100%, but Knight of Cups, why is it here? Yeah, I can dig it. They're worried. They're worried. Why? Because they want it. What if I go get it? Oh my God. All right, Knight of Cups, their life right now. Somebody wants to make a move. Somebody wants to do something. Somebody wants love. But you can't just stick a feather in your hat and call it macaroni. You know, I mean, you can't. Macaronis were the pretty boys of their day. You know, back in the, what was it, the 18th century, I guess. They were the flamboyant ones, the ones you might see on TMZ, you know, the trust fund kids and all that. They were all the fashion boys. You can't just, that's what that line means in that song. You can't just put a feather in your hat and say you're a macaroni. It's where the macaroni penguin gets their name from, the macaronis. Because they got a little thing in their head. Anyway, Knight of Cups. Somebody here's got a problem. Their feelings for you are growing, and it's an inconvenient motherfucker. Let me tell you, I am not playing, you guys. Not only did you just learn where the macaroni penguin got their name from, and that macaroni isn't a fucking pasta in the song called it macaroni. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups crossing Knight of Cups. It's a problem. I mean, this person's ready to go. The environmental energy is Knight of Cups. I want it. I want it so bad, but I'm worried. Somebody here is just fucking losing their shit. Somebody's losing their shit. But you can't. What did I mean by you can't just stick a feather in your hat and call it macaroni? You can't. You can't. Somebody has a problem. They can put on the suit of armor, they can get the horse, and they can get the thing, but there's still these 8 broken cups. There's an issue here. What's on top? You know, I mean, you can't just you can't just go to the bank and grab all your money out, big wad of money, and stick it in your pocket and call yourself a billionaire and pretend you're rich. At some point, you're going to run out, right? It's sort of that type of energy. This person there's a problem. Yeah, that's how. Somebody here's making. Somebody wants something brand new in their life. They want to tear it all down. Why is that here? 4 of Swords. What's the bridging energy here? Just for Somebody wants to feel better. Somebody wants to feel good. Somebody's heart chakra is open. They're really feeling too much. Again, the feelings for you, some energy. It's probably a lot to do with Mars. We'll get to it with the Mars reading, I'm sure. Maybe. I don't know. I think that goes in another direction. But somebody here, the feelings for you are growing. It's making them feel good. There's a lot of healing to it, and they feel like it's the right thing to do, but at the same time, they're not sure. There's a lot of worry. They feel like they might be missing something, and they are. You can't just put a feather in your hat and call it macaroni. Somebody's missing something, just like her. Oh, Steve, we'll never get inside. Yeah, but you're not. She's just not seeing the key. I'm not going to tell her about the key. You know, maybe I suggest that before we go in. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe I suggest something else. But I'm not going to. No one's going to tell this person what they're missing. They're going to have to find out on their own. They're going to have to learn the lesson the hard way. I don't know. It's very weird. Why is the Hierophant here? I think they make a move towards you, is what I'm saying. I think they just do something stupid. I think it's exactly it's like I said, it's what I would do if I were there. I wouldn't tell her about the key. I want to see what she does. She'd go over and try to stick her finger in the door. I mean, it'd be funny to watch somebody try to open that big wooden door when the key is sitting right there. I think this person's going to come towards you. I do. I think it's going to be very entertaining as the feelings grow. It's like a volcano. What's the Hierophant doing here? I like the Hierophant in the soul. Somebody's feeling your soul connection, I'll tell you that. It's your soul connection activating. It's probably what's making them spy and shit. Oh my God. Yeah, you know we had to get a big card here, right? God's source. It's the Pope. Crossed by God's source, the universe itself, judgment. Oh yeah. Oh, can I get an amen? I mean, there it is. I mean, there's something. Your connection is holy to this person. Don't come at me and go, they're an atheist, Steve. I don't care. Your connection is holy. Just because you don't believe something's there doesn't mean it's not there. You know, give me a fucking break. Lots of people don't believe in energy. Okay, I guess your toaster runs on fucking what then? I mean, come on. Give me a break. All kinds of things we can't see. Think about light that you can't see. You can't see ultraviolet or infrared, but it's there. You can say, I don't believe in it. Well, good for you. It doesn't care. So the soul doesn't care whether this person believes in soul connections or not. It doesn't make a fucking difference. The sucker's lit. It's active. They're feeling it. That's why they're feeling this way. They could believe that's probably what they're missing. They could believe that they're feeling this way just because, oh, well, I'm just really horny. You know, it's been a while. Yeah, sure. Maybe. Or maybe the soul connection that you don't believe in has fucking lit up like a goddamn Christmas tree, and you can't fuck, and it's making you feel. Maybe. There's something they're missing, and I think it's this. I think it, and this is like the elephant in the fucking room. Or the hierophant, shall we say. Alright? Elephant, hierophant, same fucking thing here. What's on top? The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. It's always been there. It's always been there. Somebody's been missing it. Now it's making itself known because this energy flows from here to here. It might be red with your soul connection because it's the soul, but it flows over here. 5D to 3D, primary energy flow. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? The Nine of Swords. It's creating a nervous tension within this person on some level. Not that this position is just telling us, informing us why this is all of a sudden becoming active. It's always been there. Why now? At some point, even if you have a racehorse and you decide to walk, at some point you reach your destination. If you decided to walk from New York to Seattle, you'd eventually get there. You're an idiot, but you'd eventually, because there's other faster ways to get there, but you'd eventually get there. That's what's going on here. The Nine of Swords is a useless worry kind of energy. It's just sort of there. It's just a lot of nervous tension that's built up, and it's causing this person to spy, to be nervous. I mean, again, to be worried. It's creating a byproduct of worry. Okay? Somebody didn't believe in the soul connection. Somebody didn't believe in its power. Somebody, even if they believe in soul connections, even if they said, yeah, I agree with you with soulmates, but I have to stay where I am, they underestimated the power of the soul connection. It's the elephant, with an H, Hera elephant in the room. It's big. You can believe that it's, you can think oh, well, I don't believe in it, it's not there. Oh, it's there. Oh, it's been there. And that's what this is saying. It's been there the whole time. And it's just sort of ripened now. It's creating a byproduct of worry and, again, somebody wanting some change. It's doing a whole lot to heal this person's heart chakra, though. I like that. Whoever this person is. What's all this doing to you? Probably causing you some sleepless nights. I would imagine this energy would keep you up at night. You'd pick up on this person as their feelings grow for you. I imagine it would on some level. Or you'd have dreams. And I mean wet ones if this is a romantic thing, which for most of you it is. I mean, you wake up and you go, wow, I must have sweat all night. That's not sweat, son. You know, I mean, it's a bit of that. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? I imagine your equal and opposite reaction to this is Nine Swords, which you could shut down pretty quickly, and that's come up in recent readings. The energy weather update, wasn't it the energy weather update that had a Nine Swords? Something had a Nine Swords in it. You're picking up on some stuff, some changes, whatever. Again, this is one of the energies that's in play. There's many energies in play. You know, that's why we do a lot of different readings. We pick up on different energies each time. So, anyway, Eight of Pentacles. So this has been ignored for a long time. Like I said, the Tower is here. It's called Spy, the Eight of Pentacles. Again, it's been ignored for a long time. Somebody just decided it wasn't a big deal, but we're getting a lot of towers. A lot of towers. It's red with the star. It's time for this to, again, it's almost like a battery that can't hold any more charge. You know? Either we discharge it or it explodes, one or the other. You know, the time is now. It's divine timing. What's on top? Ace of Swords. This is red with the Eight of Swords. Somebody's worried. In other words, as the feelings come up for you, as the feelings grow, most love I can pull from the deck, Queen of Cups, somebody's worried that it's real. Okay? They're very worried because they know it's real. All right? They know. All right. Those feelings are true. That they do want you in their life in some way. Whether it's a friend, family member, or someone much more like what I think it is. Why is the Ace of Swords here? The Hermit. Yeah. This is red with the Knight of Swords. See, there's a compulsion to come towards you. There's a compulsion. Again, they could do it better. They could do it easier. If they saw the key, they don't see the key. So they're going to go about it the hard way, probably, because they're missing something. But there's just, the soul is driving. The soul is driving. All right? I mean, just what's the final outcome here? Let's go back to the Light Seer. What's the final outcome? 8 of Cups. Unreal. Tower and a star crossing here. Jesus, that's crazy. All right. 8 of Cups. Why is it here? Wow, you really want me to shuffle? Okay. Let's go. Final outcome. 8 of Cups. Yeah, there's a problem. What did I say? Rewind. I don't know why I'm your second favorite. There's a problem. 8 of Cups. Yeah, I'd love to go toward the 9 Cups. But there's something stopping it. There's a 9 of Wands. 9's of the end in tarot. That's good news. I'll give you that. But there's a wall. There's the environmental energy. Yeah, I'd love to. My 9 Cups. But again, the 9 Cups was bookending the 8 Swords in the pre-shuffle. The worry. Yeah, you're there. It's like, yeah, Steve's viewer is my wish. Ultimately, I'd love to go inside that door. But there's a problem. There's a wall. There's a wall to get through. There's a door to get through. They're missing something. In this case, they're missing that the wall is pretty thin, right? And she's not paying attention. And they're also missing that there's, over here, they're missing there's a key. You know, but yeah, somebody's not sure what to do. They feel stuck. They feel in neutral. Round and round and round and round. And it's creating a lot of frustration, which is probably why you end up in the spank bank. What's on top? Page of Wands. My party girl. There she is. Goes to the party for one reason and one reason only. I want to say they might take a punt. They might take a flyer on this. Just go for it. I don't know. There's a lot of adventure. It's communication, oddly. I don't understand it, though. Why is that here? The star, which was underneath the tower over here, and I know these two were tied together through a Freudian slip I did earlier. I may have even mentioned it on video. I don't know. I might have just dreamt it. Sometimes I dream things while I'm here. I have no idea. What's the bridging energy? Yeah, there's something faded here. There's something... This is tied to the soulmate journey I did the other day on some level. Okay? On some level it is. And it feels like something is supposed to happen here. And I think it does. It happens differently for all of you. In other words, there's 2 soulmates coming together. The universe has decided this. And I know that sounds very Star Warsy or very science-y. The universe has decided. Don't try to take it that way. The energy is set up in a way that it's almost impossible. This person's going through that door, one way or another. I want to pull. Hold on a minute. Again, more things that have never happened before in a reading. I'm going to clarify the overall energy, the Knight of Swords. Because it came up twice, and it is communication both times. Why is the Knight of Swords here? And how does it relate to the Lovers and the Star and the Page of Wands? Knight of Swords. I've got that between you two in the future. I've got the soulmate journey reading that I pulled the other day. I remember a little bit of that reading. I may have marred the dental industry briefly, but I was just kidding. But either way, if you see a Dateline story on that happening, then, wow, I've done it again. I've predicted something without realizing it. I've been doing that a lot lately, I'll tell you. Freaking my wife out. Why is the Knight of Swords here? I don't know. Something about the energy, the way it works with whatever fucking ridiculous superpowers I was given in this ridiculous lifetime of mine. Knight of Swords, why is it here? But if I could be helpful, great. Yeah, it's crossed by the Five of Swords, which was crossing over here. It's somebody's, the universe keeps saying it's somebody's worry. Remember the Five of Swords, the coffee house guy? I pointed out he was worried. Right, well, here's the Five of Swords again from this deck, crossing the Knight of Swords, which is closely tied to this, and here's the Knight of Swords over here. It's the actual worrying that brings them to you. It works to your advantage. The worry works with this energy. It's sort of like what I was just saying. I don't say anything that isn't part of the energy. I was saying there's something about the energy of right now and how it works with my energetic output that I'm just predicting shit. It's really weird. I'm doing it mostly offline. I'm not doing it online, but it's weird. It surprises me even when it happens. I'm like, oh God, I've done it again. You know, but something about the energy of this person's worry is working with the surrounding energies, and it's causing them to become braver than normal, act out of character. Okay, can we put it that way? What's on top? Seven of Cups. Why is that here? Yeah, the Six of Cups. It's what I just said. What did I just say? I said the energy right now, the way it's acting with my energy, is making me sort of predict things, and it's freaking me out. You know, I'm surprised by it even when it happens. That's what's here. Somebody's coming towards you. They're worried because their feelings are growing, and they're coming towards you, and they're surprised by and when they show up and they're blown away that they're there. They're confused, but they're showing up. Their own the usual thing that would make them run makes them come towards you. Just like this reading, completely different. No cut cards. I got different clarifiers for this. I'm clarifying the overall energy. It's fucking weird. This is the energy. People are acting the very thing that you would think, oh, well, if they're worried and the Eight Cups is a pain and it creates a problem, they probably won't. You know, blah, blah, blah. No, they will. And somebody will show up, and either you're confused by it or they're confused by it. They can't even believe it, right? I believe it. I believe that's what's happening right now. Something about the energy is working with this person's propensity to worry in this, and the worry is a direct result of the Hierophant and the soul, the power of this connection and how it's been ignored. We get the Tower, right? And we get the Nine of Swords over here. You know, it's just this energy is going nowhere. And it's the byproduct is this anxiety, this worry. It causes someone to take action. Why is the Eight of Swords here? We get the Knight of Swords. We get someone charging. We shouldn't have gotten that there. Shouldn't have. The Eight of Swords should have shut this thing down, but it didn't. And it didn't over here either. It's pretty fucking wild. I'll tell you what. Let's go back to the Rider Waite. Yeah, I believe it. King of Wands, behaving differently. And there's your Queen of Pentacles. There you are. Somebody coming to see you. Somebody who normally would. Somebody. Again, it is a bit of that. I can't predict free will, but I can read the energy. And at the very least, this person's going to be going batshit crazy. I think this ties directly with a good chunk of the energy I got in that Soulmate Journey reading I did the other day. So make sure you watch that. All right. I'm going to go pull some wicked voodoo on this. I'm going to pull on, I have to get some context. I have to pull on you at the beginning of it in this energy because you're not here. No, you're not. You're not anywhere. I mean, you are here. I could kind of see you. You're covering yourself up. I don't appreciate that. But you're not here, really. The idea of you is here, and how somebody feels about you is here, and the worry is here, and coming toward. But you're not here at all. So maybe you know again. I think you come together based on the Soulmate Journey reading, but I think your energy output is way different. Okay, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I'm going to ask the universe if there's anything else it wants to tell you. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. You know what? Fuck it. Since this reading was so different, how about 3 cards from the top and a crossing card? How about we do that? How about we do both? Okay? You know, not everybody goes to the extended, and I'm pulling on you right now, if I can find you. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card, and 3 cards from the top and a crossing card. All right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay? 3 cards from the bottom. Judgment. There you are. I'm pulling on you. You showed up. Oh, there you are. Right there, too. Okay. All right. There's your frumpy pajamas. Glad they came off. Okay. Judgment, Empress, Wheel of Fortune, and a Hermit. That's all major arcana, just so you know, from the bottom. Because you... Holy shit. Your life is changing in a big way. Shit's going to start happening for you that, and I didn't see this before. I did not. I swear to you. Knight of Swords, crossed by the 5 of Swords, fueled by the Knight of Swords. Oh my God, I didn't even know. Look, your life is changing in big ways. I don't even know how to, I don't even, this is huge. Huge. 3 cards from the top and a crossing card. Maybe it'll get smaller. No, is this upside down? Yeah, okay. 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and 9 of Cups. And a crossing card, 7 of Cups. You're about to get a lot of things. Not just this. Not just this person. This person, we can't control their free will. But you're about to, celebration energy right here. And I'm going to put it right there, 3 of Cups. You're about to get, I'm just going to paraphrase this energy because this is unreal. You're about to get a lot of things that you always wanted. Whether it's the love or this person showing up or a house or a car or a better job or whatever, you're about to get, I don't know. Could be emotional things. Could be just people coming back to visit you haven't seen. I don't know. Could be the Belgian Shepherd you've been looking for. I don't know. You're about to get a lot of things that you've been wanting. Okay? In this new energy, you are very attractive. You are the center of attention. You with the Hermit crossing the Empress, you're a manifesting God. Okay? Really. Use it. Use it. This is incredible. But the thing is, you're about to get a lot of things that you've wanted. But some of them you don't want anymore. Okay? Some of them you're actually defensive towards. Some of them you're just not interested. Stop for a second. On one level, sure. If you're absolutely not interested, don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to kick it. But the way this energy flows, make sure you're applying a heart chakra. Sometimes things show up at bad moments. We're not in the mood. Be careful about that. Make sure you're applying some heart chakra here. Make sure you allow yourself to feel that thing or the way you once felt about that thing before you kick it to the curb. Because once you kick something to the curb in this energy, it's not coming back again. Keep that in mind. Rewind and listen to what I just said. I'll say it again because it's important. Once you kick something to the curb, nah, I wanted it before, but nah. Once you kick it to the curb in this new cycle that we're moving into, it does not cycle back around. Keep that in mind. Keep it in mind with this person as well, whoever it is that came up in this YouTube reading. And with, again, some amazing symmetry in the cards, okay? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I've done my best. If you want the extended, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. I'm going to have some fun with it. I'll open pulling on you, but I'm going to dig into this person a little bit too, and their worry and why that's working to your advantage a little bit. All right, anyway, we'll do some digging. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. All right, good luck.